Introducing you to the people of Uniondale. This is the voice of Uniondale, Nicole Burke.
Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Voice of Uniondale. And if you are new here, welcome to another heartfelt episode of the Voice of Uniondale. I'm your host, Nicole Burke, and I'm so glad you're here because today we're joined by an extraordinary leader whose impact reaches far beyond the therapy room. Meet Dr. Nyakia T. Brown, the mayor of the village of South Floral Park, a licensed mental health counselor, and a true force for healing, justice, and change. With over 15 years of clinical experience, Dr. Brown has walked alongside individuals through some of life's most difficult seasons, from trauma and grief to anxiety and personal growth, all while bringing empathy, integrity, and strength to every space she enters. As both a mental health expert and a public servant, Dr. Brown leads with heart and purpose, championing holistic wellness and sustainable leadership within the community. She's also an educator and trainer who empowers professionals, parents, and organizations to embrace mental health practices that heal, uplift, and transform. Whether she's offering support through her telehealth practice, training future leaders, or shaping policies as mayor, Dr. Brown is committed to helping people rise stronger, healthier, and more hopeful than ever. So get ready for a powerful conversation that will challenge, inspire, and move you. Let's welcome the amazing Dr. Nyakia T. Brown to the Voice of Uniondale. Welcome, Nyakia.
Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you for the invitation, Nicole. When I got the invitation, I said, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Just to come and have a great conversation. So I'm so grateful to be here. So thank you. Thank you
so
so much.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Reese Myers for connecting the both of us. And I'm looking forward to hear about what you do, what's your passion, what got you started on the path of greatness.
Oh, wow. The path of greatness. That's well said, Nicole. I have always been individuals who has been a helper, wanted to encourage, inspire, to see the greatness in others as well, right? And that's something I've always loved, even as a child, growing up, and a youth, growing up, just to see people enjoy themselves and doing the great things that they are gifted to do. And so I've been very fortunate, as well as given opportunities, one, to know great people. Even now I'm meeting you, right? And a person who's walking in, one of her passions, right?
Yes.
But to see the joy of people who, when they get to play, and whatever that play may be. And so for me, I've been able to develop a number of gifts, but also have opportunities to play in different arenas. And for me, I would say mental health and transformative coaching, they're my happy places. I enjoy seeing people get support and to be able to transform their lives. I also enjoy walking alongside individuals as they go through life transitions, right? Because let's be honest, things happen in life.
Yes.
And sometimes we can get stuck in transitions of life. So, I'm fortunate to do that type of work, and among other things that I do. And as far as me being a mayor, I tell people all the time, the village of South Floral Park is my home. Is what I've always called home.
Yeah.
And so, as I often say, is that when they say it takes a village to raise a child, right? Well, I'm the child that the village raised, and now the child that the village raised became an adult, and now she wants to give back. So that's really where my passion comes for community leading, as well as bringing people together in community. So that's just a little bit about myself as far as what I do.
And your passion.
And my
well.
passion. I'm passionate about it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. The village who raised the child, and now the child is giving back, and now is the mayor of the village and being of service to the community. in your bio, or I'm not sure if it was in your bio, but we did have a discussion before we got on air, and you are an AI enthusiast. How did that come about?
Yes, as we were talking just before coming on the air, we're in a world that's shifting, and technology is, as we know, is playing a major role. Innovation in technology has always been, right? So There's nothing new.
Right.
And during the pandemic, we moved as a world further into technology. And so the AI was something that I just started to embrace and learn, and seeing how this tool is shifting and disrupting industries. So, like they say, you can't put the genie back in the box, right?
Right.
So you have to learn. And so I dived deep into it and kept learning, and then got into conversations and networks with other people who were embracing the AI tool. And I call it a tool. And I know there's challenges and there's concerns and different things that come with something being newly embraced. And we have to be a part of the conversations. I know that there is a need for regulations and different things of that nature.
Yes.
Because, like I said, there is concern naturally.
Right. And it's something new.
It's something new. But it's also, I see how it's the positive impact as well.
Right.
But it's going to be a balance, and we have to, as a global community, we have to really see how this technology is going to be able to be properly implemented. And so persons like yourself, myself, and others who want to see a world that we can all embrace, that is using tools for the greater good, that's where I stand on it. But I know it's very new, even though it's very new to the public, right, to the masses. But AI has been around for decades. We are now just being introduced to it like we've been introduced to it. So, with that being said, I have done training camps, if you will.
You've given them, or you?
I do them.
Oh, okay.
Virtually. And so I have been asked to come and speak at different conferences about AI. It's, what I said, it's something that I've played with, but now it's something that I've played with it so long, I've now become a voice about it, and then encouraging people just to play and to see how they can best utilize it for their own lives. And to see how it can best support them.
Right.
And then once you get comfortable with it, just like anything, you begin to adopt it into your everyday productivity, as well as even how it's going to be utilized in the educational realm. So it's a place that I play in, but it's enjoyable. And I like to educate and inform others, especially if a tool like AI can be utilized to shorten the distance to your outcome or your goals.
Yes.
My question is, why not utilize it?
Right.
Why not? So that's my long and short of the AI experience. I'm actually working with Miss Myers, Therese Myers, as our connection, or how I came to know you.
Yes.
And she has an organization called Wisely, which is a STEM aspect to her already established organization, which is Yes Girls Create. And this summer, we're going to be doing some initiatives around AI in the community, teaching both children and parents about the tool. Because we want the family to be informed about AI. It's not only just about the children learning AI or just the parents learning AI for work, but it's about generational education. So no one's left behind. And oftentimes, there are communities that are left behind. There's something that is true in Black and brown communities when it calls the digital divide. So we just want to make sure everyone has access.
Right.
During the pandemic, I know that students had challenges in certain communities because they didn't even have internet at home. Right. So that's big.
Yes.
And now as we move further into this world that now is, with technology and innovation and digital world being so much a real thing, it's going to be important that people are equipped with such tools, such knowledge, such education, and that we are informed about how it works.
Right.
And so it is a social justice component to that, because everything is now digital. There's no spot, if we're being honest, there's no spot where tech is not, and there's no spot where AI is not impacting. Whether you are aware of it or not, there's some AI component in the background to that. So that's one of my happy places. That's one of the places I play in on the many other things I do as far as which you have already shared with the listeners.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
You did mention that some people aren't aware that AI is around in the house. What's an example of that for the parents and their children to know about and to communicate about?
AI is working in the background to your televisions, to your your cell phones, to your any device that you have has AI components as a part of it. Like I said, whether you're aware or not, it's operating. But every time you pick up your phone, AI is working. You know, and there's very few people who are not using cell phones at this point. Right?
Yeah, right.
So even if you're talking to someone, you're doing a transaction on the phone, 9 times out of 10 there's some type of AI working in the background. You know, automation. That's AI generated. If you're purchasing online, AI is in the background of that as well. And so we also want to know. We see that a lot of jobs, people are being laid off, and AI is doing a reason for that is because of the disruption of AI. You know, AI doing a lot of disruption, and so as a community leader, as a person who wants to make sure that people are aware, as well as just a person who wants to see people to be able to pivot when needed, right? But to also be informed how they can pivot,
right?
Because livelihoods will be impacted. So even from a mental health standpoint or a transformative coaching standpoint, a lot of times people come into my office or they seek me out because they are looking to pivot or how they can make their life better, right? And one of the things is being able to have a pathway forward when it comes to careers or when it comes to work or when it comes to school or when it comes to even their health. I have been able to utilize in my training camps of teaching people how they can even use AI to monitor their health, to monitor and support them in learning, to monitor them into whatever it is that they're up to. There is an AI component or tools that can support you in doing so. I've helped individuals in learning how to create art in AI.
There's so many different facets.
So many different facets. And I know that even that is a pushback. It's like, oh, you know, AI and all. I get it.
Right.
Just to be clear and share with your listeners, I have a whole degree in the arts, a BFA. So I'm very much an artist in that capacity.
Yes.
But so this is not about replacing artists. This is about being able to have a collaborator. And seeing, that's what it is, also seeing an AI tool as a collaboration to even get you or grant you more access to the creativity within you.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, I can go on and on about AI. That's only one aspect of the things that I'm up to in the world.
Okay.
But definitely a fun place for me to be in. It's not only fun, but also it's a purposeful place for myself to be in these conversations.
And it's good because you've taught me. I didn't quite know it as AI, as the device. Well, not the device, but the component that's listening in the background when I do pick up my phone.
Yes.
I'm grateful for you for sharing that.
Artificial intelligence is everywhere.
Right.
And, you know, someone will say, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want that. You know, I don't have time for that. I'm not really into that. You know, it's too much too quick, you know, talking about artificial intelligence. I was talking to one of my elders in my community and also the elders in my family, because I'm very big on just getting people to try it and just to get aware and become aware and have, which I call conscious contact with it, like actually to do something with it so they can see how it can help them.
Yes.
And they was like, no, I'm not into technology. And so
Do you cook?
Do you cook?
Turn on the
But I
stove?
also, but the same person that I was speaking to, they too had knee replacements.
Uh-huh.
And I said, you do realize that's artificial intelligence, right? Because they're not, you had your knee replacements,
Right, it's not-
It's technology.
Right.
And you're not going to give up your knee replacement. So it's just, and even when those individuals who wear glasses, that's artificial.
creating the lens.
Creating the lens, like, so
Yeah.
that you can see. So,
Yeah.
and I understand, once again, though, I understand the pushback. I understand the resistance. I get it, because in the hands of those who do not mean people well, it does have an impact.
Right.
It can have a negative impact.
Yes.
And there are some positive impacts as well. So it's that whole duality of the balance of it. But nevertheless, to see how a person like yourself, Nicole, who are up to great things in the world and is about positive implementation of
Yes.
something, to see how it can best suit you.
Right.
And how it can help you do what you come to do in this world and push your agenda forward and push the work that you do in the world forward.
Yes.
So people like yourself, I'm always eager to support and help and to share with them whatever it is, whether it be, like I said, we're simply talking about AI right now, but
Yes.
even if it's in anything, the way that a person's mindset is set, you need to have to shift in one's mindset to be able to best serve them in the work that they feel that they're called to do. So that's what I'm all about, whatever it is and whatever I'm gifted to utilize to bring about that type of support and change in a person. That's what I'm all about.
What I'm hearing you say, Naikia, that's it, right?
You said it phenomenal. You right on, spot on, Nicole.
I was
Phenomenal.
practicing in my
Amazing.
head.
You did that.
Thank you. What I'm hearing you say is that famous quote from Bruce Lee, who says, I don't know, I might be messing it up, but your mind, you have to be like water. You got to, if there's a rock that's there, you have to go through that rock, and you are being placed wherever you could be, and you're being fluid with it. So
Yes,
you're bringing AI back to the community and transforming lives with speaking with people with whatever transition they're going through in life, the mental health part, healing, justice, wherever you are or whatever it is that you are meant to be planted in, you're there. And you're not necessarily planted. You're more like, I'll go with the flow with things and bring my gifts.
Nicole, I think you summed up my life. Absolutely. I'm definitely a person who serves the moment, or serves what's missing. I am a person, and I share this with friends and family as well as colleagues. I don't do well with sitting with problems. It's not about me running away from them. It's not, but I'm like, okay, here's the problem. Here's a challenge, I should say. And it's an opportunity to create a solution, right? So
Right.
I'm always like, okay, what's missing? How do we resolve, solve, or even evolve
Right.
with a situation or opportunity? Because we came here to create. We came to move the society forward. We came to bring our ideas and our infinite wisdom, So I oftentimes, I'm like, okay, what can we create? How can we? And not necessarily, well, it is what it is, and we're going to just sit with the problem, nothing can be created. No.
Right.
So I'm always looking for that. And then I'm also looking for those individuals who you collaborate with. Sometimes you don't have the answer by yourself, but then you have to seek out partnerships and people that are in the same vein of the same posture or the mindset.
Right.
And they want to lend their energy and intention to bring something different into the space.
Right.
So oftentimes we're the what's missing. And I've come to also realize that you cannot identify the problem and not want to be a part of the solution. A lot of people will say, oh, this is what it is and this is what's the problem, but don't want to be a part of the solution. And I've learned that even more so as mayor. But
I was just going to say.
Yeah, listen, I have so many people that come up to me, Nicole, not even just in my community, but just to know what I'm up to in the world. I was like, well, you know what you should do? And I'm like, if it came to you, maybe you should do it.
Right.
But oftentimes people want to give you this more work of the ideas that they have come to be a solution with, or they have the vision how it should be done. And so that's another aspect of the work I do, is that encouraging people that they can be a part of the change.
And change doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to start taking the steps to whatever was planted in you. I'm sorry, I didn't want to take that's planted in you. And instead of telling me, the mayor or your friend, that, hey, this is what you can do. Just take one step forward to doing what it is that you're proposing. And change can happen.
Change can happen. And change needs your participation.
Yes.
This is not a few people to do about the change. Change needs your participation and activation.
Yes.
You know, it's not just about, even when in my community, you know, it's not enough that you elected me. Now I need you to come to the board meetings. I need you to, and of course I am who I am, and I know I'm a trusted vessel and all those things, and people, I get it, right?
Right.
But you got to hold people accountable.
Yes.
Come hear what's going on in your community. Get involved. Make sure you're going out to hear. Go to other places. Gather information. Bring it back to the community. Say, you know what? Well, over here they were doing this, and I saw them do this. You need that type of engagement.
Yes.
Right? And is it always easy? No, but it's worth it.
Yes.
It's worth it. We're individuals who can do hard things when we put our minds together and really stay at it. And of course, you know, you have to believe.
True.
You have to believe. I'm big on faith, and I'm big on doing the work. And I'm big on being committed to results and figuring it out. But that requires people. That requires participation from individuals who are think leaders and forward thinkers. And that's everybody who wants to be a part.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
But you have to be a yes for it. And you might not ever see the fullness of what you envision, but you're a part of it.
Right.
Is a part of the bigger goal. I know the quote, but I forget the person who actually said it, so forgive me for not being able to cite properly. But the quote is, those who plant the tree may not ever experience the shade that comes for the tree.
Love it.
Right?
Yes.
But they plant the tree because one day that tree is going to grow and grow and grow. And then one day it's going to provide shade for someone.
Yeah.
But they may not be the someone.
Right.
But they had vision enough to plant the tree. And that's what it is. It's like I may not see the fullness of what I envision, but I know that my part is a part of the greater vision that will be fulfilled by whomever is to get the fulfillment of it. But I can feel good knowing that I gave my contribution, and I can feel good that it is a part of something that's going to be amazing as it comes to fruition.
Oh, wow. I love that. And IKEA, we've been talking for a while, and we didn't even touch the tip of the iceberg of some of the other stuff that you do. So I definitely have to have you on another time. But since you did talk about AI, why not, if you can, share your contact information if anybody wanted to have you in to do a program, teach whoever, or want to know a little bit more about AI. Would you share some of your contact information?
Well, you definitely can. I have a website, which is www.ai-future.me.
Okay.
Once again, that's www.ai-future.me. And of course, you can contact me through that website. Of course, I'm a career by career. Well, let me go here. Also, we working with and partnering with Yes Girls Create, because they have a new element to their organization. Therese Myers is amazing. Shout out to Therese Myers. She has a program that is dedicated to STEM, which is called Wisely. And this summer, I have the privilege of working with them. And Wisely stands for Women in STEM and Engineering, Leading Youth. And so she's bringing individuals who can come and teach AI, but also other tech aspects or science aspects with this program. But this summer, she and I are going to team up with some other tech individuals to share AI in the community. So please go to yesgirlscreate.org, and there have the schedule up. We will be doing it in the community this summer. As far as a therapist, you can find me as well on the web. You can go to my website, which is nyakiabrown.com, and my name is spelled Nyakia Brown, BROWN.com.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing. And as I prepped you in the beginning, well, not in the beginning, but before we got on air, the way I like to wrap up the show is by asking my guests to share something positive, something insightful that they've learned throughout their journey. You've shared so much positive information so far. So just one little snippet before we go, so everybody, people, friends who are listening can be upbeat, being that the show come on Wednesday and they can have positive vibes for the rest of their week.
Wow, so that's great. I would say what's coming to me right now is to trust the process. Trust the process, and trust your process. And your process may not look like other people's process. I remember someone said, I was listening to something and they said, you can't look into someone else's mirror expecting to see your own reflection, because that was their mirror. So I'll go back and say to just trust the process. Trust the process. And your process is not going to be easy breezy. It's not going to be, sweet and roses. That's not what it's going to be. It's going to be your process. And a lot of times, I know you said keep it short, but I want to say this. You're being developed for something great. And in that process of being developed, it's going to come with pain, growing pains. So stay the course, trust the process.
Nice, short, and sweet. Friends, you've heard it here from Dr. Nyakia T. Brown, the mayor of the village of South Flora Park, a licensed mental health counselor, and a true force for healing, justice, and change throughout the world. She says, trust your process, friends. Your process is uniquely made for you and no one else. Your mirror can only show your reflection and nobody else's. So stop looking at other people's mirrors on social media, your neighbor, your friends, your cousin. Stop looking at their mirror expecting to see your vision. Know that you are uniquely made for greatness, and your greatness, your path could be rocky. It may not be a bed of roses, but know that at the end, you would impact the world positively. Thank you, Dr. Nyakia.
Thank you,
for
Nicole.
being here.
Oh my goodness, this was great. This is great. I'm so grateful for the invitation. I'm grateful that I was a yes, because here we are now.
Yes, and it'll be another yes.
I'm already a yes, so I look forward to a future invitation. And shout out to the work that you're doing. You're really
thank you.
bringing voices to the air, and I take that not for granted.
For
sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I am grateful for you. And I'm so grateful that I got your name down pat.
Yes, you did. You get gold stars. You definitely got it down pat. Thank you so much. Hey, I love it.
This is great. Thank you, friends, for listening. You are listening to The Voice of Uniondale. My name is Nicole Burke. Make sure to come back next week to hear another journey from Uniondale, and follow us on Spotify at The Voice of Uniondale. Bye for now.